Getting old, y'all. Getting old.
Hey, we're Colin and Meg. Together with our 2 daughters, we are currently on the adventure of a lifetime.
And thanks to Airbnb, we get to live anywhere for a whole year.
Follow along.
Alright, so I don't wear glasses. These are Megan's glasses.
You look cute though.
Thanks.
No,
so what I was saying was,
Denali was beautiful. We had heard a lot about it and we were excited to go there. It was actually the first time since we've been in Alaska that we slept somewhere else outside of Anchorage. And so we spent 2 nights in Denali so that we could explore everything we could.
as you start to approach Denali, all of a sudden the bushes are no longer green. They are somehow purple and red and maroon. All these colors should start showing up that you've never seen before. Like, why would there be a purple bush? All of a sudden there's a whole field of them, and it looked like it was Elsa outside of the Forbidden Forest waiting to go in. And it was like raining, so there was fog everywhere. It was misty. I'm telling y'all, Arendelle. It feels like I'm driving through Arendelle. It feels like Elsa and the gang are just like right next to us. It's crazy.
First day we got there a little bit later in the afternoon, but we decided to just spend an hour or so driving around the park.
Well, lo and behold, all of a sudden there's a crowd in front of us. There's only one road and there's a crowd in front of us, and everyone's rushing out of their cars, big lenses.
It's over.
Oh, there they are.
I was surprised how the adrenaline started kicking in because it's not like a zoo, you're not guaranteed to see anything.
And not far from the car is a huge bull. And this bull looked mean. It had scars on his face. His eyes were not even bright. They were dark and red and mean. And at one point he even stuck his tongue out at me. Anyways, we got a picture of the bull, and I could not believe that this was our first 30 minutes in Denali.
We are Denali!
Denali! Now we're gonna go get dinner! Denali! Ice cream! Woo! We saw a moose! We saw a moose!
We saw a moose!
Alright, cars, watch out.
Everything looks like snow. It is snow.
Coolin'?
No. She's just joking.
You don't like snow?
No.
What do you like? Woke up, everything was blanketed in snow,
The ground was covered in snow, the mountains were covered in snow.
and we drove all the way to about 30 miles in, which is unheard of because there was a landslide only a couple of weeks ago. Normally you're only able to drive to mile 15, but for this weekend only, and this weekend only, you get to drive another 15 more miles. So that's why we chose to go this weekend, and I'm so glad we did.
Nice to meet ya.
Are you guys cold yet? It is 33 degrees. We are freezing. What you making, Liv?
A pancake.
A pancake?
And a pancake.
Sweet. Over here where the road closes, and apparently you can walk another mile down to a bridge, but we have signs that say we are in grizzly bear country. and I just heard the rangers say that they are significantly lower than where they used to be, so we're just gonna stay here. Come on, to the car.
You're running a marathon.
Our girls have refused to walk. Everyone's cold. We're going back to the car where there's blankets and goldfish.
You're so slow. I think you're super fast. Ready?
I know.
Okay, all right, ready? Green light. You're gonna beat me.
So even though the scenery was amazing and we got to see a lot of the park in our own car, we did not see a single animal in 3 hours.
We had read that you could go visit the sled dogs. Which they raise these sled dogs to honor part of the history in Alaska of how useful these dogs have been in so many ways, but also they're really helpful when the mountains are covered in snow and the rangers need to get back up in there. So we got to visit the sled dogs and see them and talk to a ranger.
And dude's gonna be trained up to be an amazing sled dog that's gonna help with a lot of research in the park in the winter. And it's a great thing that they're doing in Denali.
You guys want to pet her?
You want to pet her?
She's adorable. Hey, Merlin.
You're so sweet. After the sled dogs, we kept driving around. We saw some animals at a distance, but right on the way out, I spotted a moose. I told Colin, and that ended up being a whole thing.
Woo. It was amazing. Trees, just keep slowly moseying. Yep, he's walking. I saw him. Where is he? Oh, there he is.
We've got a moose, but he's moving fast.
He's back there, we'll see. It slowly crept out of the thick brush and the trees, and it slowly got closer to the road.
We are currently just following Colin. Colin Mukri, live and in action with the bull right there. I can see it!
But all of a sudden, he decided that he wanted to come close and cross the road, which was unexpected.
Oh my goodness, he's coming to the street. Everyone be careful.
There were probably about 30 or 40 people there. No? How many?
Maybe 15.
Okay, there were probably maybe about 15 people there, says my producer over there.
Just means you need to get in your car. Colin.
And, but everyone kind of just took a breath and it was quiet and we let him cross the road. And everyone was kind of just shocked and in awe, but everyone still had their cameras. We were taking pictures, we were taking video. We got to experience the moose doing a wallow. If you don't know what that is, look that up. Liv Haven, we are vlogging.
I'll take her out.
No, don't take me out.
Animals.
Alaska. No, you don't get to be in it because you don't have a shirt on. Okay, come on.
Out, we're doing very significant work here for humanity. The bull was handsome. He was kind, he was calm, his coat was shiny. His antlers were beautiful, and he did a moose swallow. When he crossed the road, he kind of looked back at us. I wanted to say he looked back at me and kind of said, "Thank you for giving me my space." He looked back to me, and he proceeded to do a moose swallow. If you don't know what that is, I didn't know either. I just heard other people were talking about it. He's like, "He's doing a wallow, he's doing a wallow. Do you see that?" And so we looked it up, and it's basically him relieving himself and covering himself in that scent to attract females. And so he was digging a hole, peeing in it, digging a bigger hole, and then just resting in it. And that's supposed to be his perfume to attract the females. So
What did the moose just do?
He crossed the road. I can see. What is it? I can see. What? They kidding me?
Can you believe it?
on our last day at the park, it was beautiful. The sun was out. You could see every peak around us. And as we were driving out, we got to see our first caribou, aka wild reindeer. And a few weeks ago, that a reindeer and a caribou is actually the same thing. Reindeers are domesticated, caribous are wild. But we got to see a wild caribou, which I think they are so beautiful. The variation of colors in their coat and their demeanor and the way their antlers go up way higher than your average white-tailed deer. I may be wrong, please correct me. I'm not an expert, but it looks a lot bigger, right? Taller. But anyways, they're beautiful. To top it all off, as we were driving further out, we got to see Denali itself, and it looked like a painting. It looked like we could see a mountain range, which looked real, and then all of a sudden on top of that, somebody just painted over it.
A friend of ours that lives in Alaska said that only 20% of tourists are able to see Denali in all of its glory because there's just a lot of clouds here. The weather's really moody. You can never really count to see the peaks of the mountains. But we were driving back on the most clear day and we got to see Denali.
And we got to see it for a few miles, and it was a delight. I actually was so in awe of it. I didn't really get much footage, but so what you see is what all we got. We got one more week in Alaska. It's gonna be great.